Another Draft Labs ADAM tournament series on blue side for the set. We have Counter Instigate coming in for a second set on the day, looking for some redemption after losing to AMAM in their last. And on red side, Victus coming in. These guys are looking to stack up their points in the Draft Labs team stats as well. These guys have been doing very well thus far. The thing is, I've been placing them against a lot of the tougher teams, and they've just kind of situationally been up against a lot of the tougher teams here. Not that I don't think Counter Instigate is a tough team, but this is definitely going to be a game that is going to help them realize, what is the difference between the teams that they've been playing so far and this team. And at the same time, this isn't me necessarily jogging Counter Instigate. At the same time, it's time for Counter Instigate to prove to Victus, who has been pretty much only experienced AMAM and Ethereal up until now, and the God Squad as well, to prove that they are one of those, you could say top 5 teams here in the tournament series. Welcome back, the sub from CL, yeah, for real. So that was something. I'll get into my rosters now. So we have on blue side, Counter Instigate, V8, Rithran, XCat, and Gato Gods. That's 2 members. We have 2 subs here coming in for them at the moment, which is a little bit unfortunate. And the reason why one of those subs had to be made here was because if you look over on Victus, you're going to see Sergeant Pepper, Frosted Cookie. You're like, wait a minute, wasn't Frosted Cookie on CI last game? And that was in fact the case. Frosted Cookie was actually coming in and subbing in because V8 and Sergeant Pepper and Frosted Cookie, these guys are all kind of part of the same community, I guess. And Frosted Cookie ended up coming in and subbing for Counter Instigate in the last set. But now Frosted Cookie has to go back to the homeland, back to Victus, where Frosted Cookie belongs, and is now going to be playing on that side. So playing against the former teammates on the day. We also have Player Slayer and Zion Disc for Victus as well. 4 bans out thus far: Sona, Jace, and Galio. Now taken out by V8. Morgana and Varus taken out by Sergeant Pepper. Now check this out, you guys. Galio is a champion that has been very prioritized by both V8 and Sergeant Pepper. Sergeant Pepper loves the Galio, and V8, he was put in a tough situation here. He was either going to have to first pick the Galio, which isn't necessarily the best first pick, or ban him to take him away from Sergeant Pepper. I like the decision he made to go ahead and ban it out, take it away from Sergeant Pepper, and then take somebody who's a little bit stronger of a first pick. And then same goes to Pepper. I like his last ban here as well, where he takes out the Ezreal, who's arguably one of the best first picks, to make sure that V8 doesn't have that super strength. So now, even with the Galio banned away, Sergeant Pepper is going to consider this first pick taken by V8 to most likely be around the same strength as the Galio if he had been forced, considering the Ezreal ban. A very interesting first set of bans going out thus far, you guys. A lot of stuff going on in between these 2 teams. I can't get enough of ADAM. I love the tournament. It's awesome. Thanks, Spencer. Spencer. I'm pretty sure it's just pronounced like as usual Spencer is. I shouldn't be trying to put too much into it, but I appreciate that. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Can you see what I'm typing? Because I can't see it. I can see it. Of course I can see it. This is my Twitch chat. This is my Twitch chat. Of course I can see everything that goes on. I know what's happening in every single person's mind right now who is in my Twitch chat. All 4,376 of you. Alright guys, so the first lock-in from V8 was in fact the Ziggs. So a really good first pick in my opinion, and that leaves open another champion that probably should have been picked here, but it wasn't picked. We have Sergeant Pepper taking the Caitlyn, Frosted Cookie taking the Kog'Maw. And we're going to go ahead and throw those 3 champions up into our style stats, team composition, strength calculator. Oops, I spelled Kog'Maw wrong. Kog'Maw, there we go. There we go. There's our first 3 picks into our style stats, team composition, strength calculator. I'll give you guys a nice little explanation of what that is once the champions are all locked in. Rithran taking the Zyra. A lot of these must be more pocket picks, but they all coincide. They all work into the meta. I mean, they all work into like the range, poke, safe play, disengagey style of meta. So I like these second 2 picks here, second and third picks here from Counter Instigate. We also see the Vel'Koz coming out once again, more disengage, more poke. He's a glass cannon though, so Vel'Koz can get punished out pretty easily. And finally, somebody realizes that Ziggs was available, Ziggs was taken, and then wait a minute, Xerath was available too. Why wasn't Xerath taken by Sergeant Pepper or Frosted Cookie right off the bat? I'm really surprised. And then the same thing goes for why didn't Counter Instigate take the Ziggs and the Xerath at the same time? That would have been a huge combo, man. Just like absolutely massive. Those 2 champions are very, very strong on this map. So they do lock in the Xerath, and alongside of it an Ahri for the Player Slayer. And that's going to go ahead and finalize Red Team's chart here. So that's their final chart, but Gato Gods is going to make a little bit of change here as he locks in his last champion. Hovering over the Twitch, Yasuo, Nidalee, Wukong, Yasuo, Xin Zhao, Master Yi, Shaco, Shaco? Is it going to be a Shaco? God, I hope it's not Shaco. Oh my god, I hope it's not Shaco. Draven, maybe? I don't know. Zed? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it does lock in the Zed. Nice, nice. I think that was the best pick of all the ones that he hovered over. Besides the Nidalee, but the Nidalee would have brought in too much AP. Way, way too much AP damage. He's messing with me? Oh, I bet he is. Oh, I bet he's messing with me. He always likes to do that. Alright, guys, so that finalizes our Style Stats Team Composition Strength Calculator. And look at this, dude. Look at this. Both teams almost exactly the same. Both teams going with exactly the same chart. My goodness, I don't even have to explain the differences here. It's just both teams going for that bottom left side heavy chart. It's like what we would call like a shield shape, but it has an emphasis on the siege. Both teams have plenty of siege stats here. We have let's see, we have the Caitlyn. Actually, I would give the siege a little bit in favor of Team Victus here on red side because they have the Caitlyn. They don't really have anybody similar to a Caitlyn on blue side, but they do have great siegers. Zyra is a fantastic sieger. Her ultimate for disengage just can completely zone out the enemy squad, can buy time for your team to snag down another turret. Ziggs is a fantastic sieger, more zone control from him, plus his bonus damage from his passive procs. I mean, he's a really good sieger, and that's really Zyra and Ziggs are really where the siege stats are coming in for counter Instigate. But in terms of just like standard siege, I'm going to have to give it over to Victus here because Caitlyn is going to be that sieger who can do it under duress. She can actually hit towers while enemies are under and while enemies are trying to contest. So I like this siege. The same goes for Kog'Maw, you know, and they also have that kind of double AD aspect if they go with the AD Kog'Maw, which I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I actually wouldn't be surprised if they didn't either. He is taking clarity, so oops, I probably shouldn't have said that, but you'll see it in a second. Plus, the game has already started, so I guess it doesn't matter now. But Zion Disc is taking clarity, so we can expect an AP Cog coming out here. So both teams, heavy wave, clear siege, poke, and then a little bit of disengage for both sides. Just as much as both sides needs in order to stay safe. I think the disengage coming out from counter Instigate is a little bit better. So as of right now, siege leans towards Victus, and disengage leans towards counter Instigate because they do have the Zyra and the Vel'Koz, and those are some pretty big ultimates, whereas a lot of the disengage coming out from Victus is coming from single target stuns from Xerath and mobility from Caitlyn and Ahri. So I think that this both teams playing fairly safely. We shouldn't see either team really just kind of going in and jumping on top of the other. It's going to be a poke battle. One team is going to get kind of withered down. And then one team, this might go back and forth a lot as well. One team's going to get withered down, and then their other team might end up, they might get a tower, but then the other team might end up coming back and getting a tower once the team that got the first tower goes in for some suicides. You know, so many things could happen. Zion just calling you out, sorry. I feel like CL will win this match since they put more burst as well as the combos with the Zyra and Ziggs. Vel'Koz will be in the back line with his shredding. With his ult shredding through them. Yeah, I think the AoE is definitely going to be in the favor of Team Counter Instigate here. And that ties into what I said about the disengage, where I think it's leaning in their favor. It shows a little bit on the chart, but not quite enough for it to be as big of a difference as it's going to be throughout this match. The combination of kind of the AoE disengaging spells from Counter Instigate is going to be really, really, really nice. But like I said, it's not like, don't assume, and look at the squad, don't assume that Victus are going to be running towards them. Don't assume that Victus are just going to go head first into the disengaging team with the Vel'Koz. They have the ability, Team Victus have just as much of an ability to win without having to disengage as they do to win without needing to be disengaged from, if you know what I mean. So this is this is a really interesting set of picks and bans. Probably the two closest style stats team composition strength calculator shapes that we've seen ever. My hair is just getting everywhere, you guys. It's just like all over me. It's like getting in my eyes, like in my mouth, up my nose, like tickling me and stuff. I want to sneeze. Crazy. Ocean Eyebrows, I see that you're watching, but I don't see that you're playing. Your team needs you, bro. Your team needs you. Victus will most likely be out of range for anything. Whoever can engage first will be doing the damage. Yeah, I mean, Victus are really going to need to look for... they're really going to need to look for safety. You know, I guess I could say that they're either going to have to look for safety or they're going to have to shy away from aggression. And it's a tough thing to do. How do you win the game without pushing forward and being aggressive at certain times? They're simply just going to have to take advantage. You know, poke. There you go. That's how you do it. You poke. You win the trades by poking, but both teams have a lot of poke. Both teams have a ton of poke. It's going to be difficult for either team to really get damage off without taking any in return. It's going to be real tough. Yomani says, is there going to be a next team match? So there will not be another set, Yomani. This is going to be our final set of the night. But tomorrow we will have hopefully another 2 tournament sets as well. Here we go, you guys. The Draft Labs ADAM Tournament Series. Second set of the day, match 1 of the set. Counter Instigate on blue side and Victus on red. He says, dude, Vay never tells me anything. I had told him that you were playing, and I had talked to him about your team coming on only after I asked him if he wanted to play, or excuse me, only after you went offline. So that was just unfortunate, but this is how it is. Check out those Foxfire tails coming out from Foxfire Ari. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Hopefully I can join the next match like last time. Hopefully. Here we go, you guys. Here we go. Both teams going to clash in the middle at about the same time. Caitlin's first. Zed's coming forward, but we also have Sergeant Pepper lagging behind. Where's he at? If anybody knows that what you're supposed to do is be there first, it's Sergeant Pepper, but he's not. I'm really surprised by that. Check out this Deep Sea Kog'Maw as well. That's a cool skin. Oh, that's... Yeah, look at this, man. If this happens where Counter Instigate are able to get a nice formidable lead early, and what I mean by lead is by momentum. If they give themselves a lot of momentum right off the bat, then they definitely should be able to take the game, because they should be able to push forward and they should be able to aggress all the time. They should be, and that's what Counter Instigate has here, and that's kind of the edge that they have here in their composition, is that they can aggress really hard with the safety of their disengage and of their counter engage. So there isn't too much aggression safety with the disengage coming out from Counter Instigate for Victus, but there's a lot of aggression safety for Counter Instigate, knowing that they have that counter engage that they would be able to keep themselves safe from any sort of pick potential coming out from Victus. Very important. What's up, Exile Senpai? Welcome back. We missed Team Ethereal today. All we know is this will be exciting. Oh yes, super exciting. We all know this. So the early lead is going nowhere right now. The game is going nowhere. The early advantage really isn't going very many places. I like Zyra, man. I love Zyra on this map, dude. Her poke is just phenomenal. Already low on mana, though, which is surprising, but does have that... looking for some extra gold as well as some extra mana regen. I don't recommend that build for Zyra, man. I mean, Zyra is a support on Summoner's Rift. Zyra shouldn't be played as support here. No follow-up onto those two roots there. Didn't find anything. That's unfortunate. Found nothing. Let's check out the team healths here. Let's check out the team healths for a little while. Let's see how these things kind of fare. Heavier range, better poke. I don't want to say better poke, just like longer range in general for Victus. Better siege for Victus, but better disengage and better AoE damage from Counter Instigate. So this aggression, I guess I said that it was unsafe for Victus to aggress. That's not the case in the early game. I should have said that earlier. That's not the case here in the early game. Nice timing there from Frosted Cookie. That trap set just completely negated anybody from Counter Instigate's ability to move forward and snag that. Really well placed, and a lot of Player Slater going to get it himself. I mean, that was awesome. That was an awesome little play right there. Whoa, nice damage coming onto Zion Disc as well. He almost gets dropped. Well snared there by our Zyra. He does have a couple of relics to go snag for himself, but it does leave him out of this fight. This is the opportunity. That was a great little opportunity there for Counter Instigate to defend. They definitely could have gotten a little bit more aggressive there onto the minions. Not onto the enemy players, but onto the minions, just to clear out the wave and make sure minimal damage was done to the tower. But Victus didn't really try to get much anyway. Counter Instigate versus TGS. Yeah, CI versus TGS. That was a great game. TGS is the God Squad, Ocean Eyebrows. Another one of our teams here, the Draft Labs Tournament Series. They love to make games last really, really long. The video for the longest match of the Week 4 in the Tournament Series, and longest match of the Tournament Series in general. Whoa, there's First Blood. Oh my goodness. All these First Bloods always catch me out during a sentence. That's First Blood going against Victus in favor of the Zed here. Gato Gods trolling me. Make that second blood. Well done. X-Cat picks up another kill. Immobile. Kog'Maw unable to get his way away from that Zerathos, from the immobile Zerathos. So God Squad, you guys can find it on YouTube right now. I forget exactly which match it is, but you'll just have to look at the matches, the Counter Instigate versus the God Squad matches from week number 4, if I'm not mistaken, in the Draft Labs 8am Tournament Series. You can find them on our YouTube page. Uh-oh, Player Slayer, he's unable to play charm there. And what you'll see is that the game ended up lasting like 40 minutes. I think it was a 39-minute match. God, it was just an incredibly long match. Maybe it was 49. I don't even remember, but it was long. So just look at the 3 matches between CI and T. Whoa. There's more damage. My goodness, Gato Gods, he capitalizes right in time. This is a great early advantage here. Ooh, that ultimate, will it be enough? Is not quite enough to take down Sergeant Pepper. It was a decent ultimate there, and it got good damage down. And that shows a lot of experience there from X-Cat to know that he was able to get at least a little bit there onto Sergeant Pepper, but I would much rather seen that ultimate as a counter engage rather than simply to poke somebody out, but they are going to be able to get themselves a nice little bit of damage here. Nice delay as well. X-Cat is coming out really, really strong, you guys, here for Counter Instigate. It was game 1, and it was a 55-minute video. Yeah, dudes, just absolutely crazy. Yeah, so if you guys look at those 3 matches, just find the longer one, and it's going to be the really longest match. Yeah, it was huge. This is a huge match, man. The God Squad really likes to test my shot casting stamina. So nothing too crazy happening. 4 kills in favor of Counter Instigate is pretty nice for them, but I don't think it really makes the biggest difference. It's what they want. But either team can kind of set themselves up in the lane and get a big advantage. Plus, the level 6s for Victus are really important. Right now, Sergeant Pepper, with his ultimate available, if he lands one more Q, he should be setting himself up for something nice. Nice flash forward there from Zion Disc. That was beautiful. Snags a kill. That's going to be the first in favor of Team Victus. Now they're looking to get some damage onto the turret. Sergeant Pepper takes 1 tower shot. Now he's looking to capitalize. He needs to throw in his ultimate soon. I mean, right before the next wave spawns, or excuse me, not right before the next wave spawns, right before Player Slayer thought he was going to dodge that. That's really funny. Right as soon as the next wave gets cleared out. This one here, now is when you throw out the ultimate. Right now, because that zones the enemy members out. But you can see they're moving forward. This is what it would have countered out. They're moving forward, and they're hitting these minions, and they're getting them cleared out before any siege opportunities for Victus end up arising. If I am the Sergeant Pepper had thrown in his ultimate right as soon as they were approaching to try to kill those minion waves, it would have forced them away from the minions, thus allowing more minions to get underneath the tower, thus allowing more siege time for Victus there. So that was a bit of a misplay in my opinion. Sergeant Pepper definitely could have utilized that ultimate a little bit more in that specific situation. Uh-oh, there's an ultimate from Rithron just for damage on a Frosted Cookie. Does pick him up a kill. Another kill now in favor of Counter Instigate. But that's another time that the ultimate is used that I would much rather see it being used in different situations. But, you know, in this case, I would rather see it be used in counter-engaging situations. Wow, Gato Gods just easily takes another kill off of the Kog'Maw there. Zion Disc actually is able to run into Victus and pick up a kill. Gato Gods picks himself up a double as Ari ends up falling as well. That's, The downtown sapling coming from Maokai, that's funny. Why is the stream stuttering for you? You know, I'm not sure, I'm not sure, Ocean Eyebrows. It could be me. Nice combo there. Will that be a kill? It is. X-Cat completely drains Frosted Cookie 100-0. That's something we've seen happen before. It was in game 1 versus Aim, and Frosted Cookie face checking the bush with Wukong inside, and Gross Pigeon able to capitalize and get 100-0 on the Kalen. Same exact thing again, you guys. Frosted Cookie looking to set a trap into the bush deep, ends up simply finding a death. Style, what's up with deleted links? I do not allow links in my chit chat, bro. No foreign links in my chit chat. Who knows what people would come in there and do? Ouch. Spencer's right. Ouch. That was a big bit of damage there on a Frosted Cookie. Frosted Cookie did not have much money to spend when going bad. That's how you shut down a Caitlyn right there, ladies and gentlemen. This game is going nowhere fast, you guys. The team composition is so incredibly similar. If either one makes a mistake, it's going to be big, big things. There's the mistake. Player Slayer gets dropped now. 9-3 in favor of kills for Team Counter Instigate. And if this game is going to stay in the same sort of motion that's been going in right now, where things are extremely slow, what I can tell you is that the team that's going to come out on top of the late game is definitely going to be Counter Instigate, man. They're going to have more money. They're going to have everything they need, and they're just going to kind of be able to bully things out. And that's really when the real aggression is going to come out. Another nice ultimate from V8. That's one that's simply to make sure the enemy members are not there to contest some siege, but there were no minions for himself either, so nothing really gained from that ultimate except for a little bit of damage. It's like me playing Rengar, making Caitlyn go poof. I bet it is. I bet it is. Player Slayer made his way back. I mean, there's plenty of wave clear. Plenty of wave clear coming out for Team Counter Instigate and for Victus, so they can keep this tower safe for quite some time. Team Counter Instigate, they got plenty of wave clear too. I mean, this is going to be a game that this might be the longest game we've ever seen, you guys. I am actually going to call it right now. I'm going to call it right now. This game might last longer than any other one because both teams have so much wave clear. Both teams can play so safely and can defend with only a couple of members. So, and also on top of that, neither team really has the ability to pick up multi-kills. There's another ultimate, especially when they're doing things like that and just throwing down an ultimate to pick up single kills. These singular kills are not going to do much. X-Cat, he's in a tough position. He gets dropped. Nice ultimate there from Frosted Cookie. Really well played. Now, Player Slayer ended up going in there as well, have found nothing, but drew a lot of ultimates. So here's another one of the situations, you guys. We trade 1 for 2 now in favor of Counter Instigate, but the 2 remaining members of Team Victus are easily going to be able to defend this. I mean, really, really easily. It's going to be absolutely no problem. Actually, no, it ended up as a 2 for 2. What am I talking about? It ended up as a 2 for 2. Okay, no, it was a 2 for 1. What am I? X-Cat was the only one who went down. What's up with your website not working? Is it not working? I sure hope not. Nice kill for Gato God. That's an easy kill for them. There's a double. All right, so here we go. A 2 for 0. This is what Counter Instigate need in order to be able to take this match. They need multi-kills, and they got to start getting more kills. They need to get more right now. Here's some aggression. There we go. There's possibly one of the Player Slayer. Not going to find it, though. It's unfortunate. I hope my website's working, man. Bam, there's the 3rd kill. Now 3 down. 3 for 0 now in favor of Counter Instigate, and they can finally move forward and start taking this first town. But they got to do it right now. They don't have much time. Player Slayer's the only one left. He's in danger. Take this freaking tower, dudes. X-Cat, another kill for him. That's good. Death Timer stuttering. And this game is simply just going to be delayed even more. Even off of a delayed ace there. Even off of a delayed ace. Barely any damage was done to that tower. My goodness. Keep on trying it, Exile Senpai, and let me know if it still isn't working, because I'm going to have to give it a shot myself. My goodness, you guys, this is going to be a long game. So we're looking at 3,000 gold lead, 10 kill lead, and a nice forward advantage for Team Counter Instigate. Flash forward from Cat. My goodness, that just made me go like, you know, it's like one of those like flashes into combo attempt that just makes you go like, ah. It's V, not Y. Kobe from Yate. I think Yate sounds better. Yo, it's Yate. It's your boy Yate. What will happen? What will happen? What will happen? Nice work there, and a great dodge. X-Cat ends up throwing down his counter-engaging ultimate. There's the counter-engage I was mentioning earlier, you guys. You see any bit of aggression coming out from Victus, it's going to be stopped right away by a Vel'Koz ultimate and a nice double kill there. He snags 2 with that ulti. That was perfectly placed. That one deserves a replay in my opinion, because we haven't had any really replay-worthy stuff quite yet. So watch this, dude. Watch this ulti. Look at how perfectly placed it is. Puts Frosted Cookie right on the top and Zion Disc right on the bottom. It would have gotten a double kill there even if Rethron hadn't snagged that snare. Beautiful. Just beautiful. V8 playing his butt off this game. More aggression from Rithran. Does get charmed in, though. No auto attacks to fall to pick up turret aggro. And here, this should be the first tower. This should be the first tower of the game. Flash forward from Viet. Doesn't find anything but forces a flash out of the enemy as well. Nice ultimate there from Sergeant Pepper, but he only gives a kill over to Viet. He doesn't get anything for himself. My goodness. There was a suicide there for Zed. Suicide for Zed, plus a tower going down. Now is where things are going to start getting tough. I only hope that even through the substantial lead for Team Counter Instigate, that Victus are able to bring this one back. Because we're getting to that point, and this game is going to go so late, because it's going to take just as long to get the second tower down, you guys. We're going to go so late that every death and every few deaths, if you can snag one or two at a time, are going to possibly mean a good bit of damage onto a tower. So if Caitlyn rather has the items going well, which she does so far, then we should be able to see some sort of counter engage, counter moves coming in. Nice little ultimate there from XCat as well. Guy snags a kill onto the Kaugmao. Gato Gods into the dodge, into the ultimate of the backlines. Player Slayer, he's most likely going to fall from this one. That is going to be the case. Gato Gods ended up getting trapped there, though, and taken down. Sergeant Pepper picking up that kill. Might be another one for him, but XCat. He's low. Sergeant Pepper wants it. He finds it, but there is a kill for V8 as well. Oh, my goodness. Flash from Rithran. Beautiful flash. Kog'Maw's still looking for it. Can he find it? It is going to be the case. Well placed. Zion Disc snags another kill. Rithran now taken down. Doesn't get the passive damage. And that ends up as a 3-for-3 even team fight. And that's going to move in favor of Victus, in my opinion. Another kill for Zion Disc. Make that an ace. A delayed ace as Kog'Maw comes out clutch. This is an AP Kog'Maw, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We predicted that it could be AD earlier, but that's not the case. It is, in fact, AP. They wanted to get that poke advantage. So that, in my opinion, is simply a game delayer. I mean, it was a 3-for-4 trade in favor of Team Victus. It's simply going to delay this game, allow them some time to get some experience, get some gold, get some minions cleared out, push the game back forward. I don't expect them to be able to take this tower off of that, but I do expect them to be able to at least slow the pace of the game down, allow it to go a little bit later so they can get caught back up in items, because 22-9 in kills and almost a 4K gold lead is definitely going to start making a difference here once we get past the, once we get past the 17-18 minute marker. Or at least once Team Counter Instigate end up making their way back, because they were all able to go back and spend all that gold they've been sitting on. Nice ulti there right off the bat from Gato Gods onto Zion Disc. Just absolutely bursted him down. Zion Disc decided to go for the Zyra with the Icathian surprise. There's another ultimate from XCat. Will it be the kill? It's not, but Player Slayer still taken down low. Once again, I mean, just absolute bullying coming out from Team Counter Instigate. And if they keep this up, they might be able to take a lead. I think that what they just did was snowballed. What they just did was went back and they were able to capitalize on this massive gold lead they have, and were able to get a bunch of new items and came back and just basically took kills for it. Well done on their part. Player Slayer, great dodges on his, great dodges for him, but does still end up getting taken down here. Sergeant Pepper had fallen earlier, coming back in 5 seconds. Inhibitor now falls, and this is going to be big. I think this Inhibitor actually decides the game, you guys, because the game was super even in terms of wave clear before. Zed picking up himself another kill. Gato Gods coming out really strong. 10-2 on the Zed so far. Hard carrying this match. And so many squishy targets for him too. It's like a field day for Zed. And like I said, with the super minions encroaching on the enemy nexus, it's just going to put that added little bit of... The super minions, what you could say, the super minions are immune to wave clear. They need good single target damage. And Victus have good single target damage, but they can't spare that single target damage. Wow, nice little dodge there from Gato. He did take some laser hits, forced out of his barrier, got great damage on the Scion Disc. My goodness, Scion Disc is taken down so incredibly low, barely alive, and now more aggression. There was actually a kill there in favor of Ari onto Zeb, but a double kill for, maybe a triple kill for V8. This guy is just throwing bones today. Well played. It might be a quadra. Will it be a quadra kill? Looks like that is not going to be the case. Oh no, he needs it. He must have it. He must have it. No, Zyra snags that one from under his nose. Come on. Come on. Come on, Wei. This game had me on the edge of my seat. This is a very exciting game. A very exciting game. There's an ace now in favor of Team Counter Instigate, and I think that's going to be GG, you guys. I don't see too many opportunities for Team Victus to be able to bring this back from such a huge deficit. They didn't even take a single turret. It was just, it was all composition, you guys, with two teams going for exactly the same traits. It was all kits. It was all composition. It was all individual play. There was a bit more great individual play from V8 and XCat than there was from any of the members on Team Victus, and unfortunately, it's working out against their favor. Rethrun should be able to take on... Whoa, not able to. Scion Disc, big damage, man. You did not expect a AP Kog'Maw to throw out such massive damage like that. Denied quad. Best moment of the game, yeah. Denied the quad. The one little haunted plant. Also, almost no counter to the pushing ability from Counter Instigate. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that there is no counter. The counter to the pushing ability from Counter Instigate is the pushing ability from Victus. I mean, both teams have awesome pushing capabilities, but the thing is, Victus, when they were put into a situation where if they had to bring the game back, then they had to move forward, then they were put into a really tough position from that point. That might be a kill there. That is going to be the case. Gato Gods easily able to 1v0, or 1v1 rather, anybody from Victus at this point. So, as I was saying, once Victus were put into a position where, in order to bring the game back into, you know, an even state, they had to move forward for it. That's when they were not in a good position. Here's Player Slayer. Will he find much? V8 snags himself a kill, and the game ends before V8 goes down. 11-4 and 14 for that. So, here we go. I'm going to go back into that rundown. What happened was, Team Victus ended up getting put into a situation where if they wanted to bring the game back even, they had to move forward in order to do so. Look at the squad that Team Counter Instigate has. They definitely are a counter-instigating team. These guys, it definitely fits the title. You have Vel'Koz and Zyra. Now, both of those ultimates are used best when enemies are running towards you. So this team that was played by Counter Instigate was a team that was kind of built in this specific matchup to push the enemy squad out, somehow get some kind of early lead. I mean, there's got to be some way to do it, and they did it. You know, you kind of have to maybe bully your way into it, but they did it. They took it, and they kept it, because at any moment in time throughout this game, in order for the game to be even back up, it was Counter Instigate having to move forward into the Zyra ultimate, into the Vel'Koz ultimate, and they weren't unable to do that. And with great individual play from V8 and XCat and Gato Gods and all four members really, but most notably XCat, Gato Gods, and V8, great individual plays. They just kind of put the cherry on top of it and able to hold that forward advantage and hold that great aggressive play for their team throughout the entire match, and they came out being able to push all the way to the Nexus. Well played, GG, and congratulations to Counter Instigate as they take the first match of this set.